at the lovely Playboy Mansion, enjoy lovely, ominous music 24/7.
With bronze boys holding up sticks with pine cones on them.
You know, I love the decor, but I feel like it needs more naked little boy statues. Anyone else?
Good evening. Tonight, I'm going to tell you another strange and unusual story of the unexplainable which lies behind the veil.
Better do it quick, you're about to be incinerated.
Our story tonight concerns the dark and violent circumstances surrounding one of the most famous
How many
criminals in
nude
history.
boy statues does this guy have?
George Durst was a normal citizen of his time.
And then he started
And
Limp Bizkit.
completely average in all respects. All respects but one.
He had quite a dong.
Tucked away down at the bottom of the page. Mr. Walter Durst will give the last of his lectures on clairvoyance tonight at the Cumberland Hall.
What?
The advertisement. So to speak, it's
Advertisement.
practically invisible.
I thought it was quite tasteful.
I wish you'd let me deal with that side of the business. You have no head for publicity.
Dumbass.
I had such an odd dream last night.
Not black horses again. I couldn't stand another funeral.
It was most
It was
frightening.
Cream from Sonic the
I'll tell you what it
Hedgehog.
meant.
She was buff as
Good
fuck and 200
heavens, they
stories
discovered
tall.
Petroleum in Cheshire.
Judith, please listen to me.
Walter, I am sorry. I didn't realize you were so upset.
Last night, Judith, do you really believe I somehow have an ability to see into the future?
You're right about
heavens,
that
dear,
pig
we knew
gorilla hybrid, so yeah.
And some people are left-handed. Others have perfect pitch.
It's happened
And you
before.
I believe you have an ability to be
Time after
bald.
time. The fire in the hotel at Bournemouth, the
No.
diphtheria epidemic.
have... Walter, what is it?
Judith,
I have diphtheria
last
again.
night I saw murder done. Why must it happen to me? Why not to someone who understands these things? I don't want it.
You're
No,
kind of a
Walter, don't be
knob.
so foolish. We have to make a living, dear, and I'm not sure that you'll be very good at anything else.
Anyway, I saw a vision of my hairline
Why
receding
didn't you wait?
even further.
Sound
I'm
asleep.
scared that there will not be a strand of hair on my
Just
butt
after I went
crack
to
come
sleep,
tomorrow.
Most odd feeling. As though something were trying to get inside my head.
Ugh.
Something pushing and probing.
I think it was a
And
dick,
then
and it was
an
getting
odd
in through
sound
my
like
mouth.
nothing I'd
I
ever
think
heard
it was
before.
you.
And then the picture.
As you might imagine, there's a lot of things wrong with this picture.
And then, all at once, it came quite clear. I was walking along a darkened alley in the East End. There was no sound. I could hear nothing but my own breathing.
It was all clear. It was dark, and I couldn't hear anything.
And at the same time, I knew I couldn't stand to see what was happening.
This is the red light district, so I poked a few rather unsavory things.
Suddenly, I found myself outside some horrible drinking house.
Doing that
I
weird
remember
thing
hearing
that
the
I
ticking
often
of a
do with
clock.
my hand.
I knew it was important to see the time.
My hand eyeballs
My
looked
body
up to the
floated
clock.
as though it were no more than mist, and the light at the corner of the lane seemed to draw me to it.
Really
I
hurt when
felt
I
as if
rubbed them
something
against
were
shit.
guiding me, begging me to look up at the
Ow, ow, ow!
sky. Bucks Row. I saw it quite clearly, and yet I'd never even heard of the place before. I wish I knew what it all meant.
Darling, why should it mean anything? Probably just an ordinary old nightmare after all that lobster you had last night.
No,
Nightmare-inducing lobster.
Almost as
Honey,
though
why
I'd
do you
been
buy the
famous
nightmare
for some
lobsters
reason.
when they have regular lobsters?
You're cool looking.
And they're cheaper. And they speak to me in the eldritch tongue.
The great sleeper needs help.
And I need lobster.
It's a win-win.
A lighted match revealed that her throat had been cut. The body has been identified as that of Mary Nichols, 42, a woman of unfortunate reputation, who had last been seen alive but very drunk.
Ah, you're really getting better at your pretend reading, dear.
Police
Wouldn't I
surgeons
guess you were
stated
looking at more...
that in
That
addition
was
to
called
the
hentai,
symptoms
right?
which caused death,
Why are the mouths so
the body had been
large and
almost completely
eyes so
Say where it
bulbous?
happened.
What's with all the tentacles?
Murder and tentacles. It's all you're interested in.
The doctor also stated that, in his opinion, the crime had been committed by somebody with considerable knowledge of surgery.
One trip to Akihabara and you come back like this.
A goddamn weeb!
3 weeks ago, on August the 7th. An inquest is being held.
All the details.
Walter, you've got to go to the police.
The police?
I can't
Tell
believe
them
those
about your
killings,
various
terrible
dreams
ones,
of
and
killing
probably mad.
prostitutes.
Don't you see there may be
Take the
more?
drawings you made of them as well. They'll be very interested to hear and see all of that.
Tell them exactly when and where the next killing would be.
No, I won't have any part of it.
I don't
Nothing
want to
do
be
with me.
institutionalized
Walter, that is a
again.
disgraceful attitude. The seeing of justice done isn't merely the business of the police. It's the responsibility of every member of the community.
Yeah, but not me.
In the saving of countless young lives.
Oh, they were hardly young.
What about the old
Walter, it is
lives?
your duty to go.
Fuck them.
All right.
I don't know
suppose
why
you're
you're so
right.
worried about, the elderly lives. I mean, you're only in your
Darling.
teens.
Think of the publicity.
Ooh, maybe I can buy more self-boiling nightmare lobsters.
Jackpot. Self-boiling.
Yes, sir. Oh, good morning.
Hello, officer. I know everything about those murders. How do I know? I can't tell you because it's a secret.
Whoever's in charge of the case.
Right, your name, sir? Clairvoyant.
Yes?
Come on, dude. We just
You
opened.
haven't been in before.
No.
Hungover as fuck,
Well,
man.
Inspector McWilliams in charge of the case. I'll tell him you're here.
You're at like a 10. I'm gonna need you to turn that down to a 2.
We live here.
I mean, all those people
A
have...
lot of money, sir. Brought them all out today. Gypsy Jim, one-arm elf.
Gypsy Jim, one-armed MILF. What?
Obviously, we figure he did it.
Jack the Ripper.
Well, that's what the newspaper.
I love when local
Oh, we have
authority
them all.
really,
Especially on a
gets
case like this.
personal with
Constantly, I'll show you, I
the
didn't have
neighborhood.
any reward.
That was everyone's
Last night in
name.
a dream, I saw the
Blackie
exact second
make the
piece
rest
of actual
alive.
murder.
Oh my
Before it's at the
god.
time, the place
Woman
had-
worth touching.
Now,
Woman
sir,
not worth
You
touching.
look a nice, sensible sort of gent.
Off to the
You know,
gallows
the
with you.
wife had the same trouble. Wake me up in the middle of the night, she would, just to tell me about these here dreams. So I got her some stuff called slumber pills. And a cheap medicine, you know, but efficacious. Very efficacious. Never had any more trouble with her since.
What does this guy have,
I'll show you
stock
no
in
more trouble
sleeping
with me either.
pills?
Good morning.
Not gonna waste my money on sleeping pills when I've got a perfectly good blackjack at home.
See someone about Jack the Ripper. My little girl has some information I know will prove invaluable.
Have a seat.
It happened yesterday afternoon during my usual Tuesday sales.
Kill
Emily
me.
was in rapport
Come
with
back,
a
crazy man!
little Aztec friend. Well,
God
suddenly,
damn it, they won't invent the taser for like 70 more years. Ugh.
a ghastly grinning
Get the
face
dart
appeared.
gun.
Charlatans! Charlatans!
I'm the real magic boy.
The city of millions, once teeming with life after dark, now becomes silent and deserted with the sound of
Desperately
the sun.
need a Batman.
Children are off the streets with the beginning of nightfall.
Whereas before Jack the Ripper, the streets roiled with children at all hours of the night.
Windows boarded up, London becomes a city of panicking individuals. No man trusting his neighbor or friend.
It's like America.
Newspapers demand in their boldest type.
And then they
apprehension
released
of this
Pokemon
man.
Go.
Really
The
brought
rewards
London together.
mount.
Sure, some
Every
tarts
available
died.
police officer
Wandering
is on
into the
duty.
streets trying to
Groups
collect a
of men,
Mewtwo.
Self-appointed vigilante committees hunt through dark streets and back alleys,
The Mewtwo was eluded.
but to no avail.
For they didn't have a
Man they
Master
seek
Ball.
might well have been a ghost.
My goodness, speed this up. Just show the Sherlock symbol in the skies and then him looming over the city of London.
Just quickly peel my face off. Damn you, cursed lobster!
This wasn't part of the deal, Cthulhu!
You're supposed to clean up after your dog, jerk.
Oh, jeez, yeah. So I'm the murderer. Oh, crap.
Oh man, probably shouldn't tell the police about this.
Judith!
It was my hand. My hand talked to me again, Judith.
Look! Look at my hand! Look!
Yep, it's your hand, dear.
It happened again. Quite suddenly. I saw the body. He'd cut an ear off. It was lying in the gutter. I picked it up. You see, the blood's still on my hand. No, I won't wipe it off.
I want to lick it off.
They'll have to
Waste
believe
not,
me.
want not.
Walter, it's your blood. You must have
What?
dug your nails into the palm.
Ow! You're right.
I saw it, though.
Ow! I said you're right.
I'm an idiot, aren't I?
Yes, Walter, but you're hung like a horse.
She was still clutching the bunch of grapes.
Why don't you bunch up my
Dear, you
grapes
must eat
anymore?
something before you go.
Well,
Now let's go to the tailor and see
No,
about those
no, not
three-legged
please.
pants you need.
they'd only laugh at me again.
Then we'll have our dinner and they can laugh at both of us if they want to. I'm coming with you this time.
We need the Kingsmen.
Yeah, the people with the knives in their shoes. They get you done.
Get yourself a career with a future. Get into knife polish.
First, please.
I think I've got some pennies. Change at Oxford Circus and take.
Change for Oxford sex tape.
He's here. I can feel it. Somewhere quite near.
My Ripper radar's going nuts.
Jack the Ripper. He's here on this bus.
Oh, wait, my mistake. Just Jack the Rapper. False alarm.
Jack the Ripper.
Zip.
He's here on this bus.
Just follow the peen, dear.
I can feel the vibrations. It's
Yeah, that's the
man in a
bus,
dream.
dear.
Mrs. Paul.
Cobblestones and all, you know.
Then we must do something. Try to find him.
Can't you smell the evil?
Away.
What is this man, made of beans? Driver, run over that man.
He's going apeshit on the theremin.
No, Judith.
And I thought he was going to scare the entirety of that bus
There,
off.
going into the park.
Oh, Mr. Ripper! Ah!
Hello, sir. Are you Jack the Ripper? Oh, okay. I'll talk to you later.
Walter, don't stop me. Which way did he go?
I don't know. I can't feel it anymore.
Well, try. Concentrate. You must.
No, you
Feel
can't.
the
It just
rip.
isn't there.
He's so close.
Well, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Besides,
Should have
it
brought
would
the
be mad enough.
pills.
I think we ought to go and tell the police.
Tell them what?
Why, that Jack
Look,
the
I
Ripper's
was the
in
one that was
park.
so
They might
close
close
and
the
couldn't
gate.
finish, damn it.
Walter, sometimes
I don't see why you're so
despair of
upset.
you. Come on, we're going to Scotland Yard.
Can I finish in Scotland's Yard? I've came here to come.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here again, sir.
I want to see Inspector McWilliam, isn't he?
He's busy not
Busy?
talking to
We're
people
trying
like
to find
you.
someone called Jack the Ripper. Perhaps you've read about it.
Oh, thank you.
Constable?
I was in here earlier telling you I know how to catch him, and you threw me out a
You remember
window.
Today that Jack the Ripper committed his fourth murder.
Look, it was the morning. I
stand
hadn't
there
had
and
my
do nothing
coffee
but
or my first racial
I had my
injustice, so,
orders,
you know,
that's
I
all.
wasn't
But
fully
please,
tuned in.
You must let me see the inspector now. This afternoon, I had a vision of a murder that I know is going to take place tonight.
I'm gonna
You
do
must
it.
understand.
Stop
You
me!
can
Stop me
otherwise it's
now!
going to be on my hands.
Chain me to a radiator or something.
So a woman will be found dead tomorrow with her ear severed from the head.
What did you say?
I saw it in the dream. The ear was lying beside her in the gutter.
So, we're gonna need you to
Constable.
piss in this cup.
This way, ma'am. I'm Inspector McWilliam. What's all this about a dream?
My name is Walter Durst. I'm a professional.
Wait, did they just
clairvoyant.
lock her in a
That's my
closet?
card.
Now, what did you dream?
Well, I imagined I was walking along a lane in the East End. There was a woman. Her throat had been cut, and the ear was lying beside her in the gutter. It's not the first time, you see. The night that Mary Nichols was killed, I saw it just as it happened.
And Mickey Mouse and Barack
Time,
Obama
the
were
face.
there.
When
In
did
some
you
sort
send
of
the note?
unholy
The
cabal.
note you received this morning.
I was only able to escape by helicoptering my
I have been
penis
here
and
before. The
flying
constable will
off
tell
into the
you.
sunset.
I'd like a specimen of your handwriting.
I wasn't able to make out anything else before I
See what my
nutted.
handwriting's got to do with it.
Please write.
Well, what shall I write?
Just
I am Jack the Ripper.
Dear old boss.
And case closed.
Oh, boss.
Why am I
What
your
should you explain?
notary now?
Mr. Durst, you didn't by any chance dream the location of this murder?
No, not this time, but I'm sure
What do
I
you mean
could
not this time?
Dream a lot
find-
about
I had a dream
murder.
The night that Mary Nichols was killed.
But you didn't write to us last time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've just won a
You
one-way
must
ticket
be
to the
Inspector. I
luxurious
just- I saw
jail resort.
No one knew of this
Complimentary
letter
prison
except the man in my
pocket
office
pummelins
and the man who wrote
and
the
an
letter.
electric chair at the end.
Ooh la
Did you
la.
write this letter?
No, I didn't write it. I didn't. Judith! Judith!
Oh crap, they think it's me. Penis helicopter, save me!
He helicopters through the roof.
That would be great. I would also be completely fine with him just grabbing his junk and helicoptering it around screaming.
Please let me.
Jumping up on benches and tables.
I Constable.
Helicopter powers, why have you betrayed me?
Well, then, God help you.
What was this, before they had handcuffs? They just had to get him in a wrestling hold?
What time
Hey,
is it? You
guard,
still awake?
did you run my request for the board game Stratego up the flagpole? Any response yet?
Better get some shut-eye.
Not this night. Tell Inspector McWilliam to have a good night's rest.
Guard,
Tomorrow he may not sleep quite so easily.
he's gonna die, he's probably gonna sleep way easier.
Oh, free tart meat! I'm not sure a rape whistle's going to help at this point. Hey, just wanted to wake you up to let you know we're blaming you with another murder.
They want to see what they are. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me through all that balding?
Oh, did I sleep face down in a lantern again?
Let's be a dick about it.
God forgive them. Forgive them.
Yeah, it looks like I nod my collar off again.
Oh, hey, buddy. So, sorry about that whole false murder accusation thing. That's on us. That's on us. You're free to go. Yeah, you scamp.
So it happened. And it was in your power to save that life.
He slowly licks his finger and then works it into that guy's ear.
Murdered within an hour. One in a yard at the back of
Yard.
Street, the other in an archway off Mitre Square.
Oh, he's from Boston.
Packed to pieces.
A lot of people don't know that that's in downtown London.
Really made the American Revolution confusing.
Every man available was on duty in the East End last night.
Every man.
Every suspect we had was under lock and key.
Suspects locked up.
Yet it happened. It's impossible.
But it happened. Which probably means that it wasn't impossible.
How?
That's a question
That
I've
something
been asked
impossible
myself all my
wouldn't
life,
be
Inspector.
impossible.
will
That
come later.
made it possible.
Error, error, error.
I trust, sir, that you will accept my apologies for what happened last night.
You
Inspector,
trust
I owe
incorrectly.
you my supreme gratitude.
Headbutt.
This was no imprisonment.
He knees him hard enough in the crotch to lift him up off the
Last
floor.
night, I've been afraid
Throws
to
him
get back.
through the wall by his
Shame because
nipples.
I was not quite normal.
And then he catches him in the air and power bombs him through a desk.
Now I know this power was given to me for a purpose.
Throws him through the wall by his nipples, grabs his scrotum in midair.
Grabs his scrotum in midair and slams him upward into the glass chandelier.
Last night?
No, this was
Helicopters him through it.
I can find Jack
You know,
the Ripper.
perforating the
Obviously.
entirety of his surface
This time
area
I
with
shan't even ask
shards of
Every
glass.
policeman in London is at your disposal.
Then he power bombs him through a
Shall we
desk.
meet at my house at 7 o'clock? At 7.
As one does.
And then he goes right back to jail.
All right, Jack the Ripper.
Anyone else smell that? Oh, God. What do you smell, boy?
Moving right along.
Moving right along, footloose and fancy free. We've already seen this scene. All right, so when I'm lower intestine deep, I need you to club him upside the head.
This is where the Ripper lives.
This is the house of your ex-wife.
They're out on a wild accusation patrol.
G.R. Willerton, FRCS.
Do we knock? I don't know. I don't think we can wake them at this late hour.
Mustn't wake the murderer.
He's got a busy day of murdering tomorrow. He'll need his sleep.
College of Surgeons. Inspector, there's a dog lying at the foot of the stairs.
Seems to be light on, sir.
He said, pointing through a door.
Oh, okay then. Kick the door in.
Ah, dog!
Hagen, be quiet. Stop barking. Yes, what is it?
Are you Jack the Ripper?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Willowden.
Yes,
Who is it?
I'm a psychic,
I have dreams, and this man kills my enemies.
Mr.
which
Durst,
functionally
I'm sorry,
means I'm
Mr.
above
Lane.
the
I would
law.
like to ask you a few questions.
I must ask you to leave. It is very late.
Mrs. Willowden, this concerns the Whitechapel murders. It would be very easy for me to get a search warrant.
How would he get a search warrant?
The police?
This psychic dude
Willowden?
thinks that this guy did it?
No.
My name is Hatherley. I'm Mrs. Willowden.
Emily the
Doctor.
Ripper?
May I ask the reason for this visit?
I would like to see Mr. Willowden.
That's impossible.
Will you come into the library, gentlemen?
I could come in the library, sure. Yeah, why not?
Come a lot of places.
All right, Constable.
They call me Senor Spackle.
You want me to come where?
The funeral.
It was his greatest and final wish to be cream filled.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Willard.
You want to be encased in
When
combinite.
did this happen, Doctor?
Cerebral hemorrhage late yesterday afternoon. You can understand why Mrs. Willardon is very distressed.
This is a nice
I'd like to see
coffin.
inside.
Inspector, this is outrageous. I insist you take your men and leave this house instantly.
Did you sign the death certificate, Doctor?
I did.
May I see it, please?
It's not here, it's at my surgery.
Why did you come here?
We have reason to believe that your husband knew something about the Whitechapel murders.
Why?
Our psychic hunting dog sniffed you out.
He's Jack the Ripper.
Mrs. Willardon, I'm here
No,
to
you
ask
can't
this
monologue
not
yet.
make accusations.
Said
Did you
Dracula
notice
Hyde.
anything unusual about your husband's behavior these last few weeks?
Mr. Willardon has been
I'm
ill some.
talking to Mrs. Willardon.
Bitch.
Will you please answer my question?
You know.
Don't make me show you what this hat's covering.
You know.
Boing.
What
Of course
are
I know.
you?
Devil wiener.
Oh my god, it talks!
They have come.
Hi.
Squid!
They followed him. I saw the blood.
Yeah, we definitely didn't follow a psychic crackpot here. Evidence, yes.
He was wearing
We have
jeans
lots
and
of it.
coat tails, wasn't he? I was standing on the stairs when he came in.
Yes, tell me more and forget everything I said.
All over his white waistcoat.
Man, I beg you.
Ugh.
It doesn't matter now.
Ugh.
So what's this
I
coffin
don't
made out
want
of?
to
Cedar?
shoot him
This is
at all.
nice.
I am
didn't you
balls
tell the
deep
police?
in this coffin.
He was my husband. I loved him very much once.
Very, very long ago
You're
for a
so
brief
gentle.
time.
Seems quite a long time ago when he had to give up the practice.
Then he started murdering, and
Terrible seeing the change in him.
Oh, he was a werewolf. Did I not mention that?
I wonder what made him do those things. One day I heard Pagan screaming down here in the library.
Jack the Ripper was a werewolf all along. It all makes sense now.
When I came in, he was sitting just over there, biting at his paw. There was a hat pin right through it. He used to love the dogs so much. And there were the bats. You know that he paid boys off the street. Bats for him. They'd bring him in a bag to the back door. I saw once what he did with them. He dipped them in paraffin and lit them, so that he could see the poor burning things go flapping round his head, and he'd laugh like a child. Then at night,
plop, plop, plop,
he
plop,
began to
plop,
go
plop.
out.
Oh! And we can't trust you around anything.
Oh.
So why did you do that?
Why is that child coffin like packed full of cocaine
in the
bricks?
Times, and a few relatives have been invited to a simple service in the morning.
Where is he, Doctor?
In this piece of paper, I think not.
Insanity.
Yes, Willardon was sent this morning to an insane asylum outside Edinburgh.
May I keep this?
And a couple
You
of
will find
bricks.
it registered and in order. You realize what this means.
Yes, what about the bricks?
Yes, once certified and committed to an institution, a person is beyond the jurisdiction of the courts. Not even the law can touch Willardon, no.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
there's
the
nothing more we can
neener,
do.
neener, you can't touch me law,
We
of
should
course.
never know. And now, if you'll excuse us, Inspector, it has been an agonizing ordeal for Mrs. Willardon, and she has to rise early in the morning for the funeral.
Inspector, is it a terrible thing to hope? There will be more murders in Whitechapel.
Are you still monologuing?
Dr. Willardon was beyond the reach of English law. His guilt or innocence could never be proved.
But he wasn't outside of
Strangely
Batman's
The
jurisdiction.
slaughter in Whitechapel ended that night. Jack the Ripper never claimed another victim.
Please help
What
me,
about
I'm
the
on
death?
fire.
How does one explain his gift of precognition?
Lying?
His ability to foretell the future? How could he foresee in such detail the victims and the circumstances surrounding their deaths?
You don't fucking ask
He'd never
us. You
seen
tell
any of
us.
the women
This is
involved.
how this works,
He'd never
Baldy.
even been to the places where they met their death. And most of all, how was he able to lead the police to a man he did not even know existed?
No, by picking someone at random.
There is no explanation known to us. But this we do know.
Nothing.
On that night, over 70 years ago, ended a reign of terror unlike any known before or since.
Yeah, that's an
Please join me again
exaggeration.
for another journey into the
Oh,
world
buckle
of
up,
the
buddy.
Next 50 years are going to be rough.
And there's going to be a small reprieve, and then it's going to get way
Right.
worse.
Also, I'm on fire. Please send help.
Okay, back away slowly. Think he saw us.
He's on to us. My onion farts have betrayed us again. Fat woman.
The actress playing the role credited as Fat Woman, her last name is Bacon. And the film editor's last name is Chegwitter.
I've got Fat Woman Bacon in my head.
But that's not a new thing.
No, it's just it hasn't been stuck in there for a while. So what do you think makes you qualified to play Fat Woman in our Jack the Ripper Behind the Veil television show? Well, I'm a Shakespearean actor. I've got decades on stage and about 4 years on television shows that are much better than I assume this will be. Fat Woman. Yeah, you can do Fat Woman. We're pretty sure you can do Fat Woman.
I've been eating butter for the past 10 years. No problem.
Now, when I look at you, I see Fat Woman. You've got the role.
You had it when you came in and were fat.
And I was like, that's a fat son of a bitch. I was like, that's probably a woman. I was like, there's our fat woman right there.
Stop. You had me from the moment you were fat.
You had me from the moment you were fat and had no dick.
And then the music fades up. Happy ending.
Yeah, man.
All right. Fart level's looking good.
Very consistent.
Clean.
Nice, good fart range there.
Fart range. Give me
That's some crisp farting.
Give me a. Can you boost my wet spackle tones?
Oh, what's
Whoa, okay, too much. Just turn up that wetness a dab. Whoa. That was a queef.
Look, I don't know how much more my asshole can take, John.
Let's start again from the top.
Okay. Vaseline application done.
Give me wet, chunky, and slightly sick.
John's microphone is now destroyed. Just gonna have to remove a couple of layers and okay, there we go.
You already on the movie?
Yeah, but the shit covered mic in front of my nose is gonna be an issue.
Well, let that be a lesson to you.
That's what you get for listening to John.
That's what you get for shitting on my microphone.
This is the guy that asked me to shit on his microphone repeatedly. Once wasn't enough.
Okay, well, let me just ask you, was there shit on there before this?
I don't have to answer that.